We are back. And we're going to continue this now. See what Will has to say here.
Uh, is there? The bellboy was empty handed. Or should I say, empty handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot.
Huh? What?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves.
Gloves?
Yeah, pitch black, leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right?
Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier?
Sorry, it slipped my mind.
Ugh, boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. Can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves.
Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones.
So, a football is made of leather? God damn it. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? For that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant, and then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself could believe he was just another bellboy. Ugh.
It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony.
The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more.
Okay. After leaving Kwan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room?
Yeah, I kinda saw all that by accident.
Some accident. I'd say you saw too much. All of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Bellboy knocked on my door, sitting the person inside, and left. Now, back to the bathroom, back to my seat. Well, Mr. Power's testimony just now was just as vague as his first.
It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. Although, that just makes it harder on us, doesn't it?
Ugh, talk about a lose-lose situation. No. Okay. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying?
Excuse me? I may be a poor underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying.
Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers?
Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye, in a sort of sneaky spy-like.
You knew he was spying.
It doesn't really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly. What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know.
I said hold it.
Okay.
That's better. Ahem. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Oh, okay.
You should probably ask him only one question at a time. So who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
Only an arm. And you're saying you didn't see the person's face?
Yeah.
Well, it was Mr. Engarde's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. Engarde himself, I'd say.
And then, what did the bellboy do after that? Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing.
Let's ask the other question. He gave something to this person.
Yeah.
And what was this something?
I remembered what it was. I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
Well, this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kind of small. I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes. It was just like that.
Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important?
Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off.
Well, let's see. I think it was... Oh.
If you remember, please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure. I think it was some sort of wooden statue.
A statue?
Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know?
Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm going to have to come up with whatever this statue thing is and show it to him.
Going to have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix.
Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy do after that? The legal guy just left without even going to the room. Where did this bellboy go after he left Mr. Engarde's room?
He opened the door to Viola Hall. Went in there, and who knows after that, right?
Ugh, I do. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time?
Oh yeah, I saw that one thing.
What? He saw something else.
There was this jittery alien with a ray gun. It was watching Quan's door like some sort of stalker.
I think we can forget about the alien. Okay, so present wooden bear-shaped figurine. I mean, I'm guessing it's this.
I mean, it would have to be in I would
The
think.
only other wooden thing we could show him would be like the guitar case, and that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. What was the point of that pregnant pause?
Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor.
What is it, Phoenix?
I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, something you saw. Was it this item?
Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt Engarde's mansion.
At the defendant's house?
Now you're really fucked.
What does this mean?
It's simple, Your Honor. Shelly the killer assassinated Juan Carita in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Well, maybe he killed him because he wanted that bear, you know?
Well, yeah, maybe. Then the bear found at Mr. Engarde's mansion would mean...
Goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Engarde is the killer's client.
Order. I said order. Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah? Sorry, Mia.
Yeah, sorry, you're screwed.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have.
I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright. There's still a few points left that we have not fully explored.
What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. Oh my God. You're like, oh, really? There's other shit? Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Or, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? Wow. Like, yeah, why not? Person receives the bear itself. Yeah, person receives the bear. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear. That is the identity of the person who received the bear.
He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear. We can't be sure of...
Ah!
Huh? What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear.
What? Really?
I mean, I only saw his arm. But the arm. It was a Nickel Samurai's arm. I swear it.
Ooh. You've got to be kidding.
Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers?
Yeah, I only saw his arm. It was mechanical.
Oh, oh my god, he's a terrible witness.
He really
Jeez.
is.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a nickel samurai.
But as we discussed last time, that could have been
Adrian Andrews.
Adrian in the costume.
Yeah.
Order, order. It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. Though timing wouldn't match up with that, because Adrian went to the room later on after the murder. So
That is true, yeah.
I don't think it actually was Adrian. At least it wouldn't make much sense for it to have been.
Yeah.
How many times is that today? I've lost count.
So the person who took in this little bear was a nickel samurai. And as we all know, Engarde is the nickel samurai.
Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer. What am I supposed to do now? Mia, help.
You don't have time to act lost. We've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry!
Now, I will bring this cross-examination to Your Honor. Again, Mr. Wright. We've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony.
It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright.
I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered.
What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. Saw the health bar show up.
Yeah, no, it doesn't hurt.
All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? Oh, it's looping back. Interesting. Bear itself. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright. This was found at Mr. Engarde's mansion. However, Mr. Engarde was arrested at the hotel that night. It means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It's not possible that it was Mr. Engarde who took this bear to his mansion. Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Phew, disaster averted.
You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Engarde's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape.
Can't believe it. That butler. All this time, he was the killer?
The killer and Engarde were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Engarde's mansion as its butler.
What a bold move.
The bear figurine was brought back to Engarde mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Engarde had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during the investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now.
This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? See, here's my thought on that. You said it would have been bad if they found this during the course of the investigation. The thing is, in Kurita's room, there were so many freaking random ass bears. I think it probably would have been less conspicuous if they just left it in the room.
Yeah, honestly.
I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Engarde. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you?
I knew it would turn out this way. For all that, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? I will now announce my There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at Engarde Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. The real client? Yes.
Tisk, tisk. Is this all you have?
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer? It's my, I think the only other person that you could argue is Adrian.
Yeah, I don't think it would be anybody else.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's like,
I don't
yeah,
know who
any
else
of
would
the
make
other
sense.
incidental people that aren't involved in this would make zero sense.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, wouldn't make any sense for it to be Will either. But Adrian, yeah.
I mean, that'd be quite a plot twist. It is Will.
Yeah, yeah. Adrian Andrews. Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt Engarde for the crime. When wearing a spare nickel samurai costume.
Ah. Then the nickel samurai arm that I saw.
That could have very well been Miss Andrews. What about Mr. Engarde? You would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure of Mr. Engarde's mansion was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this?
Can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic.
But let me stand here for the next 30 minutes and do so.
Besides which, there's no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either.
What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell Engarde did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt on someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's a murder of all things. Wait, are you a child? Did they let a child into the court? This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Order, order, order. All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Except for that 8-year-old. He can stay.
Your Honor, benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear?
He's right. Killer did specially bring that bear to Engarde right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it?
Absolutely. I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews.
And who would that be?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself.
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. Prosecution will prepare its witness in that time.
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, I'm just gonna prepare a game of Guess Who and 20 questions.
Yeah. Whatever we can do to make this thing go longer.
Yeah. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian.
I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick. Pearls? Where's Mia? I don't know. Really strong power suddenly called her away. Really strong power?
It's probably Maya.
Yup. Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe.
How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal?
Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto.
Oh, that's good, pal.
What about you? Anything yet? You figured out where the killer and Maya are.
We still don't have any leads yet, but...
What? We don't have any more time.
If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful.
I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. Did I just run out of luck this time? It's all our hope for not. A tent. Huh? A tent? You could see a circus tent. Oh, okay. Mia.
It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago.
Oh no, of all the places, they brought her back to that damned circus.
Oh no, you're gonna have to deal with that stupid clown again.
No, not the clown!
As soon as she woke up, she called for me.
So it was Maya that called you away.
She's locked in a dusty little room right now. I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away.
Gumshoe. Is there a circus in town right now?
There's only one, pal. The Big Betty Circus.
No, why?
Yes! Yes!
Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent.
What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map about a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry! And?
And?
I can see a mailbox under the window, just outside.
Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox.
Okay, what else?
What else, Mia?
I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. I felt like it was just... I was in an old office building. Maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck.
Can't believe they rehired you just so they didn't have to draw a new police officer. Good luck.
Well, it's more so that he's volunteer. He's forced to volunteer,
Yeah.
not actually getting paid. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal?
Mia, Maya's not hurt, right?
She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved.
Gumshoe, please hurry.
Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix?
It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. You can do this. I just have to make the trial last a little longer. Court will now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder.
I understand.
Very good. Now, have you ever seen the spare before, Miss Andrews?
Of course I have. You've seen it before.
That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to the spare's secrets?
All right. Why? Why did she... Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity, with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it? So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it? Yes. Looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Looks like there really was something to that bear after all.
Okay, so, what do we got? Okay. What puzzle? That's done for... Okay.
We don't know anything about this figurine. So we should try to find out more for now.
Yeah, I'll keep pressing her for more information. A puzzle? That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. The people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh, yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Oh, this is most interesting. The boy and his new toy. Like he's 5 all over again. Oh,
wow.
Don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it.
So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart?
And how do you know about this? I know, because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Then this was a present from you? That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. So it was a present from Miss Andrews.
Witness, let's continue with your testimony.
Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order... Oh, wait, So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in this country. But this looks like it could be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's broken. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. Two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. Engarde didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now.
Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize
Hmm?
that there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. The bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is, what is inside this box?
What's inside?
That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness,
Yes.
you're the only one who can open this. Please.
There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is that? It looks like a note.
I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note.
The suicide note?
The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Impacts. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. It seems Celeste Impacts had very beautiful handwriting. And she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide.
Order! Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. But I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question?
What is written on the note?
That's right. At least, that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known.
I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. I was going to burn it for her sake.
I'm deeply sorry. I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, you could please read the contents of the note aloud.
Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celestine Pax left to us a record of all that had happened to her, about being used and then thrown away by Engarde, about being engaged to Karita and Engarde's role in destroying that, and about how she decided in her despair to end it all. And that's all Miss Inpax had to say.
There's one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Engarde.
Then what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness?
Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word.
What Engarde values, above all else, is refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost.
It's Engarde's fault that woman killed herself. And this time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible, what a selfish person. Yes, there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend these creeps too.
There's no room for doubt here. Mr. the Killer's client's goal was to obtain the suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house.
It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. Ugh, how am I supposed to escape from this one?
Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do.
I know, I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence. A figurine and a suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of the situation through one of those.
Gavel's already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry.
Suicide note or the figurine. Which one of these should I pursue?
I think the note itself? I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the note itself, because as I had said earlier with the figurine, like, we know that the timing wouldn't have matched up for Adrian to be the one to grab it, to, like, actually take it, and now with Adrian on the stand, she'll be the first one to be like, yeah, no, that's not how that didn't happen. So I think the note's probably a better choice. Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. Like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. Why couldn't you have gotten me off the hook? Wait, what? I think Your Honor believes that Matt Engarde killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that is correct. But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Karita until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Madame Engarde could not have known what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Order, order. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one.
Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
Huh?
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I'd like to direct the court's attention to this.
And I think we will direct the court's attention to that on the next one.